Writers, your dialogue might be making your characters forgettable. And the worst part, the conversation can seem like it's working perfectly. Because it's clear, the information makes sense, the plot moves forward. Technically, it's doing its job, but that's the problem. It's only doing one job. And once you fix this, readers stop hearing lines and start hearing people. Give me a few minutes and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Let's say your character walks into the room and says, "I got the promotion." The other character says, "That's great, congratulations." The scene works, information was exchanged, and the plot moves forward. But what did we learn about either person? Absolutely nothing. Now watch what happens when character enters the conversation. Same information, different dialogue. "I got the promotion." Seriously? Why? You complain about that job every single day. Yeah, well, immediately the conversation is doing more than moving the plot. Now we're learning something about who these people really are. And that's where character often gets left on the table. Here's the mistake. It's easy to treat dialogue like a delivery system. Characters exist to communicate information. But readers aren't just listening for information. They're listening for identity. They're asking, who is this person? What do they want? What are they hiding? And what are they afraid of? And some of the strongest characterization in fiction happens through dialogue. Not because of what characters say, but because of how they say it. Now here's where things get really interesting, because character often shows up most clearly when people are not saying what they mean. Let's say a character says, "I don't care what she thinks." Okay, maybe they don't. Or maybe they check their phone 3 times after saying that. Or they ask if anyone else has heard from her. Maybe they even bring her up twice more before that conversation ends. Now we're learning something. Because contradiction reveals character often more effectively than honesty, and readers love contradiction. And why is that? Because contradiction creates curiosity. Suddenly we're not being told who this character is, we're discovering who they are, and that discovery creates investment. Here's another place character can show up: rhythm. People don't just have different opinions, they have different ways of speaking. A guarded character might answer with short clip sentences. Fine, maybe. Doesn't matter. And an anxious character might talk themselves into circles. Well, I mean, maybe, unless you think that's a bad idea, which is fine. I don't know. A hurt character might start sentences they never finish. "I just thought," and she looks away. Never mind. The information barely changes. The person changes completely. And here's one of my favorite tricks. Give your characters opinions about things that don't really matter. Coffee, traffic, airports, small talk, the neighbor's lawn, maybe. Because people reveal themselves through preferences, through annoyances, through those tiny judgments. So just remember, sometimes a character's opinion about burnt coffee tells us more than 3 pages of backstory would. But if you remember nothing else from this video, please remember this. The heart of character lives in the gap between words and meaning. What they avoid, what they repeat, what they contradict, what they can't bring themselves to talk about, and what they can't even bring themselves to admit. That's where readers stop just reading dialogue and start hearing real people. So the next time that you are about to revise a conversation in your draft, don't just ask what information is being exchanged. Start asking, what does this conversation reveal about who these people are? Because dialogue isn't just one of the fastest ways to move a story forward, it's one of the most powerful ways to make readers fall in love with the people inside of it. Thanks for watching, happy writing and editing, and remember to subscribe for more tips like this.